Hello, and welcome back to another RWBY fanfiction reading. Actually, it's another episode of the Huntress of Fairy Tale. Yeah, did it right. It's part 2, story by Rico94, which was re-uploaded from I think it's this story website or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Chapter 2, the new enemy. Maybe we can get done with more than one chapter today. Hopefully. Team RWBY stepped out of... Oh, what? I thought we already did this. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Okay, yeah, we read all the way up to that. I don't. They apparently included some stuff from the last chapter, so maybe we will finish this a little bit earlier. Anyways, the next day, Ruby, Weiss, and Blake arrived at the guild hall to see some of the guild members are still cleaning up the mess from the party the day before. Ruby spotted Natsu and Lucy standing in front of what looks like a bulletin board looking at the posters on it. "Hey, Natsu, Lucy," Ruby shouted, running towards the two wizards. Weiss followed her partner as Blake walked towards Levy and her group. Well, that's interesting. Lucy looked behind her shoulder and saw the red-hooded girl coming towards her with Weiss not too far behind. "Oh, hey, Ruby," she said. "Hey, Weiss." Natsu looked behind him and saw the two girls. "Hey guys, where's Yang?" he asked. "Yang is resting at the inn right now," Weiss said. She's got a hangover from the party yesterday." She sighed, remembering her and Blake warning Yang not to drink too much. "So what are you guys doing?" Ruby asked, looking at the poster-filled board. "We're just looking for a job request so I could pay my rent for this month," Lucy said as she tries to pick a job out of the bulletin board. "A job request?" Ruby questioned. "That's right," Mira said, walking towards Ruby. "Guilds like us receive types of jobs for the members to do. These jobs range from finding someone's lost items to fighting fierce monsters depending on the job's difficulty. When the job is successfully completed, we get paid the amount of the reward, or, there may also be there might be like a specific item or something attached to the reward as well, but, way to just gloss over that. Now, it's happened before where, people have gotten things like Lucy's gotten a key off a reward before, just... Well, I believe there was a key in a reward. I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't watched Fairy Tail in a while. Ooh. Why have I done this to myself? Anyways. "Really?" Ruby asked, and Mira nodded. "In that case, come on, Weiss, let's go find us a job too." You just want an excuse to fight monsters, do you?" Weiss said. "Hey, lighten up, Weiss," Natsu said to the heiress. It beats... Okay. It beats sitting here all day doing nothing." "Yeah, Weiss, let's try," Ruby said. "Who knows, it could be fun." Weiss signed. Jeez. In defeat, as Ruby continued to look through the request board for a job that the both of them can do. "What about this one?" Ruby asked, pulling one of the posters off the board and showing it to Weiss. Weiss grabbed the poster and read what the job is asking of them. "Okay, we can do this one," she said. "All right," Ruby cheered as she snatched the poster out of Weiss's hand and ran towards the entrance. She stopped and looked over towards Blake. "Hey, Blake, don't you want to come with us? Come on, it'll be fun." Blake looked at Ruby and said, "All right, I'll join you." "Yes," Ruby shouted in joy as she ran to the outside of the guild hall. "Come on, let's go!" "Ruby, wait," Weiss shouted, trying to get her partner to stop. That dunce, why doesn't she listen? Blake smiled and said, "Come on, we might still catch up with her." Weiss nodded, and the two started to run after the red-hooded girl. As they caught up to Ruby, two figures stepped out of an alleyway and watched them leave. One of the figures was a man with blonde hair wearing a red shirt, black jacket, and black pants. The other figure was a woman with brown shoulder-length hair wearing black sleeveless shirt and a long black dress. Imprinted on their bodies was a circle with two bat wings going through it. "There they go," the man said. "It looks like they fell for our little trap. Shall we go after them now?" "Not yet. Let them go on their little quest," the woman said. "Besides, we already have someone waiting for them." "Damn it, Katori!" the man cursed angrily. "Just what the hell are we waiting for? Why? What? Make a sentence make sense, please. I mean, it's like, why does it say "are there"? Like it's not even close. Like it should probably be, I don't know, like 4, but why? It's not even close. It's starting to be a real pain in the butt. All right, you're just not gonna swear. Why? Why? You said whatever. Katori laughed at her partner and said, "That's your problem, Kono. You don't have much patience. Something like that could kill a man like you. Don't worry, we'll face them soon enough." Soon enough. Besides, this means our little test with the animal was a success. It's a shame that we have to get rid of our test subjects. But that also means that Master Ito has a way into Remnant. That's right, Kotori said with a smirk on her face. We get to burn that blasted academy to the ground. Kotori looked back at the 3 huntresses. By the way, I only saw 3 of them walk by. Where's the 4th? She must be falling behind, Kono said. I already sent someone to deal with her. Right now, let's hope that Emmy can get the job done and eliminate those 3. Back at the guild hall, Yang walked inside and looked around for her sister and teammates, but they were nowhere to be found. Oh, hey, Yang, a voice, alright, you missed a letter there. A voice shouted, getting the boss's attention. Yang looked at the direction of the voice and saw Lucy and Natsu walking towards her. So they hadn't chosen a job yet? I mean, I thought that's what they did. Whatever. I'm not going to question it, really. How are you feeling? I still got a little bit of a headache, but it's passing, Yang answered. I probably shouldn't have drank much booze yesterday. What are you talking about, Natsu said. You were awesome. Yeah, I didn't think anybody could match with a kana and a... Oh my god. The grammar is getting worse. Why? He didn't think anybody could match with Kana in a drinking contest, Happy added. Thanks, guys, Yang said with a sweat drop before changing the subject. Anyways, have you guys seen my sister and the rest of my team? Yeah, they just left on a job request a few minutes ago, Lucy said. In fact, we were about to leave on one ourselves. You're welcome to join us if you want. No thanks, I'll try to catch up with them. Hopefully they didn't go too far. Yang started to run out of the guild hall. I'll see you guys later. Unknown to the blonde-haired brawler, 2 figures stood atop of a building that she ran past, watching her every move. Are you getting the information you need? One of the figures asked. It was a tall man with black hair, dark blue and... What? Dark blue? And a 2-piece white suit with white pants and a black tie. That's camouflaged. His name was Seema. I am as far as her outward appearance goes, the other figure said. It was a woman with long black hair wearing black sleeveless shirt with a black short skirt and black boots. Her name was Suzuki, right? Good classic name there. On her shoulder was a circle with 2 bat wings going through it. But as for her fighting style, I won't know that unless I fight her myself. Fine then, I'll return to headquarters, Seema said, walking away. As for the girl, eliminate her. Understood. Suzuki nodded as Seema disappeared. Suzuki looked back down at Yang as she ran through the streets looking for her friends. Elsewhere in Magnolia, Ruby, Blake, and Weiss, you didn't do it in order. Why? Were walking through the town, discussing the details of their job request. Blake looked behind her as if she heard something running behind her. What? All right. Way to duplicate that. Blake, what's wrong? Ruby said. I must have imagined it, Blake thought. Before... Like, you missed a word! Like, before, like, looking back towards her teammates, turning back to you, like, completely missed a word. I don't know if this is, like, Rico's fault, or this is whoever put this on Wattpad's fault. Awesome panic. I don't know whose fault it is that it's so bad. The grammar and spelling is terrible. It's nothing, as the Huntresses continued to walk through Magnolia, a figure was seen in the shadows with murderous intent in her eyes and an evil smirk on her face. Alright. God. Oh, wow. Look. You can go and paint things if you want to. Alright, I'm glad you decided that you needed to, I decided you need to, zoom out for all of that. People will usually go for like, okay, you're missing one of the colors. People, whatever. All right, Chapter 3, Enter Nightwing. Ruby, Weiss, and Blake walked into the forest as they proceeded towards where they were supposed to meet with their first client. Blake looked around the area as if she's looking for something. Is there something wrong? Weiss asked, looking at the faunus. You've been looking behind your shoulder a lot. Yeah, I can't shake this feeling that we're being like we're being watched, Blake answered. Then an explosion erupted in front of RWBY, making the Huntresses cover their faces from the dust. What the? RWBY shouted. What's going on? Oops, I missed, a voice said, surprising the members of Team RWBY. They turned around to see a woman standing on the branch of a tree. She had jet black hair, brown eyes, and wearing a black short-sleeved shirt with a dark blue vest and short skirt. Imprinted on the woman's arm was a black circle with two bat wings going through it. Oh well, not like it matters anyway. Who are you? Weiss said, grabbing the hilt of Myrtanaster. That symbol, Blake thought, looking at the insignia imprinted of the woman's arm. That's the same symbol on the cover of that book RWBY opened up back in Beacon. My name is Emmy, the woman said, and the insignia on my arm that your friend with the bow is staring at is the symbol of my guild, Nightwing. Ah, there you go. So any clues on how to get RWBY and her friends back home? Okay, could have said, like, back at the guild or something. That's, oh god. Way to be suspenseful. So any clues on how to get RWBY and her friends back home? Urza asked as Mira Jane gives her a slice of her favorite strawberry cake. No, but Master Makarov did information? What? About the insignia talk about what? Oh, God. Why? No, but Master Makarov did information about the insignia talk about yesterday. What? Mira said, Do you remember the guild known as Nightwing? Urza stopped eating her cake and looked at Mira with a serious expression on her face. Yes, I do. It's the guild that used to serve under the Arachion Sais until they disappeared 5 years ago, correct? Mira nodded her head in agreement. Urza rubbed her chin in thought, thinking about the story that RWBY and her friends told when they arrived in Magnolia. Thank you, Mira. I think that's just the lead we need to help RWBY and her team return to their world. So you're a wizard, RWBY questioned. Okay, can, like perspective change or something? Like, oh, back with Team RWBY, or, back at the guild hall. You need to make this make it somewhat professional. Like, I understand that this isn't necessarily what it is, but, make it readable. Make it make sense. Ah, God. Okay. So you're a wizard, RWBY questioned. Then why are you attacking us? Let me guess, your friends from Fairy Tale haven't told you about guilds like mine, did they? Emmy said. What are you talking about? Blake asked, narrowing her eyes. I knew it, Emmy said. You see my guild is what you can call a dark guild. A dark guild, Weiss questioned. What is that? What the heck is that? Sorry. I'm missing words, but that's just because I can't speak. I don't know how to English correctly. Anyways, Blake appeared behind Emmy. What? Oh, sorry, I completely skipped over an entire paragraph. Woo! What good would giving you any information do, since you won't be alive long enough to remember it? Emmy asked. Blake appeared behind weapon, Gamble Shroud drawn. We'll just see about it, she said as she swung her weapon toward the wizard. Too slow, Emmy said, dodging Blake's attack with ease. She stuck her hand out towards Blake's stomach, and a silver circle appeared in front of Emmy's hand. Sound burst. Wow. Blake widened her eyes as she felt a huge amount of pressure hitting her stomach. She coughed up blood as she falls to the ground. Blake! Weiss and Ruby shouted as the faunus crashed to the ground below. The smoke started to clear and revealed Blake lying on the ground with blood coming from her mouth. Emmy jumped down from the tree, smirking at Ruby and Weiss. Damn you! Weiss cursed. She charged towards Emmy with mere tenacity, trying to attack her with it, but Emmy easily avoided it. A silver circle appeared in front of Emmy's hand as she did the same attack on Weiss, pushing her back as well. Weiss fell to the ground, skidding across it. Emmy looked behind her and saw Ruby with her crescent rose in its scythe mode. Oh shit, it's getting serious. Sound wall. A big silver circle appeared in front of her as Ruby swung her scythe at the wizard. The blade stopped before it could reach Emmy's body. What the? Ruby said, trying to move her scythe but couldn't. What's going on? I can't move it. Repel, Emmy said, as the force behind Ruby's attack pushes the red-hooded girl back, causing her to hit the tree. Blood comes out of Ruby's mouth as she falls to the ground. Emmy looked at the members of Team Ruby with an evil smile, and an evil smile appeared on her face. Ruby, Blake, and Weiss struggled to get back to their feet after taking a hit from Emmy's attacks. Emmy looked at the three girls, impressed that they're getting back up. What was that just now? Ruby asked, looking at the dark wizard. What did she hit us with? I take it this is your first time fighting a wizard, is it? Emmy said. That was my sound magic. Sound magic? Blake questioned. That is correct, Emmy said. But that's all my magic can do. In a blink of an eye, Emmy appeared behind the faunist. I assume they meant to say, but that's not all my magic can do? Because otherwise it'd be like, okay, whatever. She's fast, Blake thought, turning around to see Emmy preparing to attack. A silver circle appeared in front of Emmy's hand as she struck it out towards Blake. Then Ruby appeared in front of Emmy and swung her scythe at the wizard. Emmy stopped and jumped back, but her right leg got cut. Emmy winced in pain when she landed on her cut leg. Blake, Weiss, go to the guild hall, Ruby said. I'll catch up as soon as I'm done with her. Are you nuts? Oh... Jesus Christ. Alright. Are you nuts? Weiss shouted. You can't take her on all by yourself. Weiss is right, Ruby. We can be able to defeat her if we fight together. I can handle it, Ruby shouted. Trust me. Weiss and Blake looked at their leader with widened eyes. Blake closed her eyes and sighed. All right, just be careful, Blake said. She looked to Weiss. Come on, Weiss, let's go. Weiss sighed and said to Ruby, okay, fine. Try not to get yourself killed, you dunce. Ruby nodded as Weiss and Blake started to run out of the forest. Where do you two think you're going? Emmy said before she could go after them. Ruby appeared in front of her and points her scythe at her. I'm the one you're fighting, not them, Ruby said. Fine by me. It's not like any of you will make it out of this forest anyway, Emmy said with a smirk. What are you talking about? Ruby asked, narrowing her eyes. There's no point in telling you since you won't live long enough to find out, Emmy said, sticking her hand out. Right now, I'm going to show you how slim your chances are against me. An explosion erupted, covering the area in smoke. It looks like it started, Blake said. Let's hope Ruby will be okay. Should we turn back and help? Weiss asked. She'll have a better chance of winning if us there with her. Then the bow and Blake's hair twitched and Blake stopped running. Weiss stopped running and looked at her friend. What's wrong? We're not alone, Blake said, reaching for a weapon. Weiss narrowed her eyes, reaching for a weapon as well. My, that Emmy knows how to put on a show, a female voice said as the owner stepped out of the shadows. It was a woman with brown shoulder-length hair wearing black sleeveless, wearing a. Those small words are, like, really helpful. Like if you, like, it's often that, like, the smaller words can be more significant than the bigger ones. Because they make a sentence a sentence. Is really what, like they... Like, it's just... wearing a black sleeveless shirt and a black long dress. Her name is Kotori, the one we saw earlier. Is that right, brother? Yes, but I wish she didn't make a circus of it. A male voice as he came out of the shadows. Okay, that's very specific. He had blonde hair, wearing a red shirt, a black jacket, and black pants. He was Kono. In Magnolia, Yang was standing on the roof of a building looking at the smoke coming from the forest near her. They must be over there, she said to herself. What the hell are they doing? Well, well, who do we have here? A new voice said, surprising the brawler. Yang turned around and saw a woman with long black hair wearing a black sleeveless shirt and with a black short skirt and black boots. On her shoulder was a circle with two bat wings going through it. Her name was Suzuki. My name is Yang, Yang said, cracking her knuckles. I'm the one who's going to kick your ass. Perfect. Alright, this will be the end of this episode. Next time, we will come back with episode 3 for chapter 4 and probably chapter 5, something like that. We'll see exactly what we end up doing. Maybe we can try to get 3 chapters done. I don't know. I prefer not to do like 10 parts of this. I mean, I'm already doing the whole like flip back and forth between this one and another one, just so you're not like I don't want to like deal with this story anymore. I wish there was more happening. So, that's it. Next time, what I just said, we're done.